For this assignment, we are going to submit our best work of art to the Northwest ESD Regional High School Art Show. And this is last year's show, and I just wanted to show you some of the work that students have submitted. There are winners. You can see there are winners here with prizes. And I believe we have a winner from last year. Here's one from Snohomish High School called Floating Island. And if you want to view more of them, you can click on this one and you can see the name and the grade. And this is from Glacier Peak High School. And then you can kind of click through them and see what has been submitted and some really cool stuff. So let's go to the website where we're going to submit our work. So before we get into all the details, I want to show you this is how you do your submission and all of the requirements. So it has the dates. Each submission must include contact information for the student, parent, guardian, and teacher. So make sure you know your address and your parents' email address and all that good stuff. You're going to have an entry and up to 4 images of your work in photos. So you're going to take some photos and you're going to have a release that a piece of paper that your parents and you sign. The deadline is March 1st, but we are going to do it much sooner than that. And this is a project for a class that you will be graded on, an assignment. You can see there's the entry deadline, and the judging is completed by March 16th, and then you'll be notified, I believe, by email. So you're going to use your student email, and then you're going to check it on March 17th. You need to make sure that you're a high school student in 9 through 12, and the awards. So there are some monetary awards, right? This is a staff choice purchase award. So if they choose to purchase it, you will be given $200. And then there's also scholarships that are to be determined. These are the anticipated scholarships or awards. So all of these are like $200 except for the honorable mentions. So lots of chances for you to get some money. And then you can also say if you want people to buy the artwork, so if you want to make some money that way too. The photo instructions are really particular, and so we have to make sure that our photos are named with our last name and then a dash, and then our first name and then a dash, and then the title of our artwork, and that title can't change throughout. So make sure you know your title, your school, and then the image number. So be image number 1, image number 2, and then it ends with .jpeg. So I'll put that on the board. That'll be very obvious of what it needs to be, but it needs to be that way. And then let's see, it can't have an untitled name. You actually have to title it, even if it's just mug or vase or something like that. And you're going to make sure that they have to be JPEGs and no larger than 200 kilobytes, and no smaller than 5 megabytes. So if you're taking your photos like on Snapchat, which I've had students do, or on TikTok, that doesn't work. You need to actually use the camera function on your phone. And yeah, and then ceramics and 3D artwork photo guidelines. So we're going to photograph it in a little photo box, but you need to take 2 to 3 pictures from different angles, and take some close-ups. So when I show you how to do that, I don't think I took any close-ups, but you need to. I think you can have 4 or 5 total photos. And you're going to write an artist statement, and you're going to need to describe the major idea, concept, and artistic problem that lies at the heart of your artwork. And this is a narrative, so you can kind of talk about yourself. You're going to describe the most important thing that you learned from this project, And if you were to do it again, what would you change or do differently? And then they are going to review and judge it based on these three things. It's a jury of artists and educators that are going to be scoring them based on creativity, original thinking and expressive artistic perceptions, composition, a unique and sensitive way of answering the artistic questions. Okay. It illustrates the student's understanding and ability to interpret the elements and principles of design, and it makes a unique statement. And then technique, right? It demonstrates competency using the medium to achieve desired outcome. Technique, sometimes we call it in the classroom craftsmanship. And then you're going to upload it to this form, and I'll show you the form. And let's see. After you enter, they'll send you a release form, and it needs to be signed and returned. So you're going to give it to me, signed, and I'll send it to this person. All artwork must be original, so it can't be a copy of something. So you need to submit something that is original. You probably are going to do your big ideas project, but maybe you copied somebody on that, somebody on the internet. So maybe instead you're going to do a mug or a coil or something like that. And it talks about what is copyright and plagiarism and how do you know if your work is original. And so let's go to the form. So before you fill out this form, you have to take the photos, because you need them here, and you also need to rename the photos. So I'm going to insert the video of how to take photos here, and then you're going to have to either upload them to your laptop and rename them there, or figure out how to rename them in your cell phone. I don't know everybody's cell phone, so it would probably be better if you sent them to yourself and did it on your laptop. So I'm going to insert the video here. All right, so I have this piece of artwork that I'm going to submit to a contest. So I want to show you how to photograph it. So I'm on my cell phone, and I'm going to walk over to our little light box that we have. And somebody left the light on, so I want to show you, here's how you turn the light on or off, right? And then you can turn the brightness down, or you can turn the brightness up. I would not turn it down, okay? You want it nice and bright. And then you're going to get it centered in your camera, and you're going to make sure that it's not tipping like that. And you're going to make sure over here on the sides you don't see those sides. So you want to make sure you kind of get really close and not getting those sides there, okay? So pretty close to the work. Don't want to get it too close where you cut off the edges, right? So you want to see the white space around the entire piece, and you're going to take a picture and make sure it's focused. There's one picture, and then I'm going to turn it and take another picture, so I have kind of a side view. Focus and take a picture, and then I want to go up and take a top view, and again make sure that you get the white space all the way around. You don't want it cut off like that, right? So, and you don't want to see those edges there. Okay, you don't want to see that. So you want to make sure that you have nice white space all the way around, but pretty close. Focus and take a picture. Make sure you turn off the light when you're done, and then you're going to go and upload those photos to the contest. So once you have your photos taken, you're going to start filling this out. So I'm just going to fill this out as if I were a student. So my first name is Kate, my last name, the title of my artwork. Remember, it cannot be untitled. So I'm going to say pink coil face. Is your submission available for purchase? So that's up to you. And if it's selected as a regional winner, if no, then no, but I would think most of you would want the money. So you choose. What medium? You're going to say clay, ceramic. Is your submission 2D or 3D? Well, all ceramics is 3D, so you're going to click 3D. Here is where you're going to put your description, and it has to be a maximum of 200 characters. So what you're going to do is you're going to go and I would write your description ahead of time in Word. I have written a little description here in Word. Let's zoom in here. So this is my description of the piece I am submitting to the contest. I can have up to 200 characters. So far I have 131 characters. How do you know how many characters you have? So if you highlight it like this and you go down to the very bottom down here and it says 26 of 26 words. Well, we want characters, not words. So I can click on that and it's going to tell me how many characters. So I have 131 characters, like I said. Okay, and so once you know how many characters you have, then you can copy it and you can right click copy, and then you can go to your form and you can right click paste. Okay, and then I'm going to select the files here. So I don't actually have them on my computer, they're still on my cell phone. So but I could click here and I can select the files. Let's just pretend these are my files. Okay, so I'm going to upload that and it's going to tell me here once they're uploaded. Then we're going to provide our artist statement, and this is not a statement that you will be judged with, but it gives them some more information. So you're going to want to write this ahead of time. Again, you can open up Word and put it there. You're probably not going to do a video statement. Here is where you really need to make sure you know your correct address. So you're going to put your address in here. That's not my address. The city, make sure you put Washington, and your zip code. Right? Student email. You're going to put your first name dot last name at studentssd.org, right? That's our student email. This is your phone number. Okay, so oops. This is your phone number. So your cell phone, if they need to get a hold of you. If you don't have a cell phone, you can put your parent or guardian, but it would be better if they contacted you. The signed release, we don't have one yet. So they will be emailing it to either me or you. You do need to put your parent's guardian, the one that is going to sign the release. So like my mom's name. And then their phone number. And then what school? So Snohomish High School. Make sure that you're spelling everything right. What grade you're in? I'll be in 11th grade today. What district? Again, Snohomish. The teacher name, and my name is Kate. And make sure you spell my last name correctly. You can ask me how to spell it. Also my teacher email, right? kate.obuckawis@snow.wednet.edu. And here is my phone number, 413-563-4135. Okay, then I'm going to click submit. And you will get this. Thank you for your submission. We will contact you with to collect any release forms needed. So after the assignment, I will send them an email and they will email me back a list of all the students that have submitted, and that's how you'll get your points, as if they have your submission. So make sure that you have my name correctly spelled and my email address is correct. And then they'll have your submission and I'll get a list and you'll get the points. Ask me any questions if you have them in class. Thanks.